All right, what's up you guys? So a little different video this time around. Unfortunately, we're not on the water. We're gonna do a video of an unboxing and first impressions of a product that's gonna get me on the water, like literally on the water. This is the Fish Cat 4 Deluxe by Outcast. All right, you guys, so full transparency, this is not my first float tube. I've owned float tubes in the past. I've float tubed harbors, lakes, but all of my boats have always been through Outcast, Fish Cat 4s, and I stick with Outcast because they're a great company. They make great products, they use good material, and they've got great customer service. 5-year warranty, they pretty much take care of you. I've had friends in the past who have had issues with their valves or had punctures, and they would send replacement parts within a week, even days. So on that note, let's go ahead and get this baby unboxed and take a look at what is in here and take a look at this beautiful float tube. All right, you guys, so here it is, unboxed, the Fish Cat 4 Deluxe. I wanted to show you guys this before I inflate it. The bladder system in here, the good thing is it comes with 2 individual bladders, 2 individual vinyl bladders. So you've got one right here. Here's the Boston valve. I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit more detail a little bit later, but here's one of the vinyl bladders and the other one over here. The great thing about these is that they're 2 individual pieces, so if ever you're on the water and for any reason there's a puncture or you're losing air, you still have the other one that is completely separate, that'll keep you afloat enough time for you to get back to shore nice and safe. So definitely a plus for having 2 individual bladders. All right, you guys, another thing is this particular colorway is gray with orange accents. Every year or so, they come out with different colorways. In the past, I've owned the Fish Cat 4 in a orange and a blue. So yeah, it's pretty cool how they come out with different colorways throughout the years. Now let's go into some of the accessories that are included. Here is the apron that goes along your lap for you to, do your work on your line, or if you land a fish, you can measure it here. They've got a measuring strip right there at the top. The other thing that makes this different, so like I said, this is the Fish Cat 4 Deluxe. The difference between the Deluxe and the Fish Cat 4 is that your seat and your backrest here. In the Fish Cat 4, it's foam. And then the Fish Cat 4 Deluxe comes with inflatable seat and backrest. The good thing with that, they say that it gets you higher above the water. I'm kind of curious because the foam seats, I feel like I was already out of the water. But another thing is these 2 right here, since they can be deflated, can really compact this float tube in a really nice tight package. So I intend on storing this in a container. So hopefully we'll test that out to see just how compact we can get it. So enough of that, let's see how many pumps it takes to get this baby fully inflated. All right, you guys, man, that was tiring. That was 53 pumps, you guys, 53 pumps to get it to this state here. I could probably use a couple more, just kind of like make sure it's nice and snug, but I left it just like this. The other thing too, you guys, I highly recommend you guys getting a dual action pump. Makes a huge difference. I know some guys use like an aerator, plug it into their car, or using a single pump, but dual action pump 100% is a must for inflating your float tubes. All right, you guys, here it is, completely inflated. I inflated the backrest as well as the seat. So this should also be a pretty comfortable ride instead of sitting on foam. Here are the storage compartments. You've got a nice big storage compartment right here. Oh, look at it. Looks like they are tossing in some, what's it called? Some patches just in case you get a puncture. So I'll toss that over here. You've got yourself possibly, I think in the past I've used this for like, if I had power bait or something like that in here, but you can use it for your drinks. You also have another storage compartment right here with a zipper. In the back, you've got a nice roomy back seat. You can stick like probably a 3-gallon cooler, or your cooler for your drinks or your food, or your tackle if you wanted to. Same exact storage over here, same thing. They do have these D-rings, which I fully intend on putting together a PVC pipe rod holder Plan on having fish finder here, rod holder, net holder, and another rod holder kind of pointing back. That is what I intend on doing. I'll have a video on that as well. I want to keep everything modular so I can always switch things around. So yeah, all right, so here's the valve system that they use. These are called Boston valves. These are pretty cool. They're one-way valves, so air can only go in one way. So if you want to inflate your float tube, you just unscrew this top piece right here. As you can see, no air is coming out, so you can attach the attachment to your dual action pump right in here, and it'll start letting air in, but no air is coming out. So at the very end of the day of fishing, when you're ready to let go of the air in here, if you want to deflate it, all you're doing is, you don't need to mess with the first cap. You just unscrew the second cap right here in the middle, and that will quickly release air from your float tube. Now, one of the other reasons why I like this style of float tube is because it's U-shaped or teardrop shaped, whatever you want to call it. You can see this back kind of goes up a little bit, so you actually move pretty fast in the water compared to those other float tubes. So a combination of you being higher off the water because of the seating, whether it's the inflatable or the foam, because I really think the foam also kept me out of water before. So in combination of that, plus it being teardropped or U-shaped, also helps you move much more quicker than the other designs of other float tubes. All right, so a lot of people may be thinking, okay, you sitting on a float tube, fishing, sharp hooks, probably not a good idea. Maybe, but Outcast had it all kind of figured out. So let's talk about material real quick. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, the bladder themselves, they're vinyl. And also this material here, this is a 420 nylon, which is highly resistant to abrasions as well as being highly water resistant. So a combination of that nylon bladder as well as this 420 nylon will do a really good job of keeping any sort of tears, rips, potential punctures from hooks at ease. So you should definitely feel safe with that. And also, like I said earlier, with it being a 2-bladder system, you should feel pretty confident in the water on this boat. All right, so now the front material here, this is 1000 denier PVC, which adds even more protection to tears and rips and stuff like that. And high quality stitching throughout the boat, all through here, So very high quality stuff. This 1000 denier PVC actually goes towards the bottom of the boat. So let's flip this over and we'll show you the underside. All right, you guys, so here is the underside of the boat. Like I mentioned, that 1000 denier PVC goes all the way across this bottom side of the boat to protect you. So if you're float tubing through rocks, trees, branches and stuff like that, this thick coating right here is gonna protect you from any sorts of punctures and stuff like that, because I've float tubed and there were several times that I'm landing on the beach, the bank, and there were trees, branches, or rocks, and this stuff right here will protect you right through. There are D-rings underneath the boat. You can get backpack straps, so you can easily stick this on your back as you're going towards the water. I'm gonna use them to secure my rod holders once I get that project all set up. You also do have a handle up here if you just want to do a casual carry. Speaking of that, let me flip this around real quick. They also have 2 straps right here, so on both sides, so you can just carry this in front of you as you're going down to the water. All right, you guys, so that pretty much wraps it up here. The unboxing's done. Beautiful boat here. First impressions, it's basically the same boat that I've had in the past, the Fish Cat 4, just a different colorway, and then along with the inflatable backrest and the seat, which I am looking forward to utilizing out there on the water. I want to see just how comfortable it is, and also see if it does actually get me a little higher off the water than the Fish Cat 4 that I had several years back. So the next half of the video, I think we're gonna head out to the water, see if we can catch some fish, and see how that goes. All right, you guys. All right, what's up, you guys? We are out here, Newport Harbor, maiden voyage. We're gonna do the second part of that unboxing first impressions video. I guess this will be first impressions on the water. Today's a beautiful day, a little overcast, but it's supposed to heat up a little bit. So I did want to get out here, kind of just see what the float tube was like on the water, see how high I'm sitting. Brought one pole out here, just kind of mess around. Probably going to be out here for an hour, just kind of like do a lap or something like that around the island. and then you know, see if we can catch some fish. Quick first impression of the flow tube on the water. Not much difference than the Fish Cat, the regular Fish Cat 4 with the foam seating compared to this one with the inflatable seating. Maybe slightly higher off the water, maybe. It is more comfortable, I will give them that. The main goal for today was just to get back on the water, get a feel for being back on the float tube, kicking around. I am using a different set of fins. That's another reason why I came out here. I'm using these Outcast fins. In the past, I've used hotspot fins, but these ones wrap around a boot. In the past, I used to never wear a boot. I would just wear the neoprene socks. But trying something different, so getting used to that as well. So that was the goal for coming out, getting used to the float tube and these new fins. So yeah, one of the things I definitely want to get set up is my rod holders. I'm probably gonna use ABS because last time I checked, PVC and ABS are priced about the same, but it's already black, so it's gonna save me money and time painting those pipes. So I do want to get them set up here on these D-rings. Want to get it set up so I can have a fish finder, rod holder, net, another rod holder, maybe one over here as well. You can kind of see I've got my tools here, so I can kind of get my tools set up that way and just kind of ready to go. They are attached to the D-rings, so they're nice and safe. But yeah, here's that apron that I was talking about. Nice little measurement stick right there. Brought one rod out here today, just to kind of mess around for a little bit. No fish, but you know, wasn't expecting much. I was only gonna stay out here for about an hour. That's pretty chill out here, man. See, you've got paddle boarders out here too. That's actually something I wouldn't mind doing as well. Yeah, man, just love being out here, dude. And like I said, this is one of the main reasons why I got this, was primarily to, you know, float tube harbors, float tube lakes, you know, go fishing, go places where, you know, you can't if you're stuck on the bank without paying like a $45 fee to rent a boat at a lake. Yeah, man, this is the best, man. If you guys have an opportunity to get a float tube, highly recommend it. This one I highly recommend, or the Fish Cat 4 regular, that's at a cheaper price. There are cheaper float tubes out there, you guys, so I mean, I don't know. I've just always owned Outcast boats, and you know, I don't know what to say, you guys. This is just super relaxing, just chilling here. I wish I was catching some fish.